Hey! What's going on?
How's it going? How's it going?
Good. Oh man, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing okay.
That's good. That's good, man. Well, my name's Dr. Aaron Jackson, but you can just call me Aaron. It's fine. We're gonna be sitting down today, having a pretty good discussion. Everything we talk about in here is completely 100% confidential. However, unless you have some sort of court subpoena and the boys in blue come this way, the feds come this way, and they say, hey, we need some info, and it's something to have to do with your legal situation. I have to give them, provide them with some information. I may have to, or if you are at risk of harming yourself or someone else, then I may have to give them information. But other than that, everything else we talk about 100% confidential. And yeah, so is there any questions about that?
No, I'm good to go.
All right, then, well, let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. So, tell me about yourself, Jonathan. How old are you? Where are you from?
I'm a 21-year-old college student from right here in Lubbock.
All right, sweet.
Going to school.
Tell me about your family life and at home.
A good family life. Just my mom and dad at home. I don't really have too very much extended family. At least not that's close. We don't really talk to my my dad's side of the family or anything like that. My mom's side of the family all kind of had some health problems, and so they passed away when I was young.
I see. And tell me, why are you coming in today?
Well, I guess I got in a little bit of legal trouble for a nose problem.
Nose problem?
Snorting cocaine.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So snorting cocaine. Now, tell me, what leads you to snort cocaine?
Just the feeling. It's a good time. It's an upper. It really kind of gets you going. Puts you in the mood to have a good time.
Okay. And so tell me about these good times. What does a typical weekend look like for you? Are you by yourself? Are you with friends?
Oh no,
what are you doing?
I'm never by myself. I've got like the ladies crashing at the batch pad. We're all doing cocaine. Like off of strippers' butts and that type of thing. And then I'm always partying on the weekends.
You've been to Jaguars?
Yes, absolutely. I did cocaine off a stripper's boob one time.
Wow. Quite interesting. And having these experiences, does this make you feel? Does this fulfill some sort of desire? Does this just add to the good times, or what is the reason behind these things that you're doing exactly?
It's fun. It's a way to party with other people, and I like the rush.
Okay. And when you're experiencing this rush, tell me now, what does that feel like? What does that experience feel like when you're on coke?
The best way that I could describe it would be like surfing on a 747 while riding on a bear, while shooting a fully automatic weapon into the air with just no cares whatsoever in the world. That's actually what I feel like every time I even think about snorting cocaine.
Wow.
That's actually what it feels like.
That's actually quite intense. You just really kind of gave me that whole mental picture right there. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I feel like I need to give you as much information as possible. For you to help me.
Absolutely, and I appreciate you for being very, very transparent with me today. And that's what I'm just here to basically get is I'm here to help you, sir, and we're just gonna take it one step at a time. Tell me about your education. What education have you completed?
I got through high school okay. I had good grades and everything, and I graduated, and then I got into college. My first year went okay, but then a friend introduced me to cocaine at a party, and I've just kind of kept doing it since. My grades have slipped a little bit, I guess. So that's kind of a sore topic at home, but it is what it is, I guess.
And these friends that influence you to do the cocaine, do you still hang around these friends?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And when you're doing cocaine, or should I say for these past years that you've been involved in doing cocaine, have you seen any health issues or anything come up after doing this?
Yeah, I've started to notice nosebleeds a lot. I went to the doctor one time because I think my heart rate was, twice what it was supposed to be after doing some cocaine after a night out. So they told me that's not great for me.
Wow. Yeah, that doesn't sound pretty good. And is that what pretty much led you to come here today?
Yeah. I don't want to have a heart attack or anything like that. So
absolutely. Well, I'm glad you're in here today. Are there any other substances that you're using, besides the cocaine?
I drink. Not as much as I use the cocaine, but sometimes, when I get too high, I drink a little bit and get myself, a little bit evened out, and then, I feel too sober, so I snort. It's kind of, a little bit of a balancing act sometimes.
Okay. And let me get this clear. So you said you feel that the alcohol balances out the effect of the cocaine.
Yeah.
Do you feel that maybe instead possibly you should overall just reduce the amount of coke intake?
Yeah,
maybe you won't have to do alcohol to balance it out?
That's kind of, that's something that's crossed my mind, maybe once or twice.
Absolutely. Well, let's see. Is there any other substances that you use besides alcohol and cocaine, or?
I've tried weed before, but that's not really my thing.
Okay.
I've tried a little bit of everything, but speedballs, a little bit of X, maybe some Molly in there, but I've gone to Office Max before and huffed some keyboard cleaners, things like that. But really, I don't do that very regularly. That was just kind of for fun.
Well, tell me today, what's the difference between the high you receive from coke and the high you receive from some of the other substances that you listed?
Well, cocaine's like I'm flying, and it's a good party drug, and it's kind of social. Everybody kind of sits around the table and does a liner, 5 and whatever, it's
5 lines sometimes.
Sometimes,
wow.
Sometimes more than that.
That's a lot of coke.
Yeah. Sometimes I just like to actually just stick my face in the mountain, like Scarface, and just kind of feel like that for a minute.
Must be quite the rush.
It is for sure. But nobody passes around the keyboard cleaner at a party, so that's never really been my thing,
That's quite true. Well, as I see what we have here today is, I see you're obviously struggling with a little bit of a cocaine addiction, but one thing that I did notice that I really like that you said is you noticed that you were having some health troubles, and you came in here and you wanted to change. So I see that strength inside of you, and I do commend you for that. That right there is very, very awesome. Let's see. How about let's talk about some legal troubles. Have you had any legal troubles due to your intake of cocaine?
Yeah. I've been arrested once or twice. One time I was high on coke, and I was actually running through a golf course naked. And
please explain, how exactly did you get naked?
well, I just took off my clothes. And so I thought it would be a good idea to go for a dip in the pond, and then run through a golf course, and there were actually golfers that were there, and so they weren't super excited about me running through the golf course, and so the police got called, and that didn't go super well for me. So
that must have been quite the experience. Are you still dealing with some of those legal issues today, or court dates, probation?
I'm on probation right now, so I'm on the 3 strikes and you're out rule. So I'm on number 2, so one more and I go to the pen for a while, I guess.
Sheesh. Well, we're gonna make sure that doesn't happen, sir.
Yeah.
But like again, I see another strength in you. I see obviously that you're a man that's willing to change, and I see that, and I definitely commend that. So thank you for that transparency, and thank you for being honest with that. I want to ask you a few questions. As far as like your relationship with some of the folks back home, are you currently in a relationship right now with a significant other?
I had a girlfriend for a while, but she actually left me for my old dealer.
Oh.
So that's been kind of a reason that I've been wanting to kind of get out of that group. It's kind of a toxic environment.
It must have been quite difficult, huh?
Yeah.
I
I
can't.
had to find a new dealer and everything.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure after that situation, I definitely can imagine. So are you with somebody right now, or?
No, not right now.
Okay. Well, it's okay. Somebody will come around eventually. I think you're a very attractive guy.
Well, thanks.
You have somebody.
I think
You have somebody.
like no homo, but
Yeah, no,
like you're a good-looking guy too.
In a very, very heterosexual way.
Real recognized, real bro.
Absolutely. So I think somebody will come knocking at your door before you know it.
Thanks.
That being said, how was the relationship back home with your parents and folks back home? Are you still living with your parents, or are you on your own?
Yeah, I had to move back into my parents' basement because that's part of the probation. Is I can't have my own place. That's kind of I've had to stop having so many strippers over to do cocaine off of.
And also tell me about, your employment. Are you currently working a job?
Yeah, actually, I drive for Uber.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes I don't know, I got in trouble doing that, and they let me back on after an incident where I was actually intoxicated doing Uber, so that was not good.
Sheesh, that sounds quite like the experience. I mean,
Yeah.
that sounds terrible. So, but they, as you said, I believe you said they let you back on now.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So I'm trying to be on the straight and narrow,
Yeah, fantastic. And I really like that mindset. You said you like to be on the straight and narrow, and I really enjoy that mindset. Because that says you know where you're at right now, but you know where you want to be. And that's my next question. So where do you feel like where you want to be? Do you feel like you can completely just get rid of your cocaine addiction, or would you like to be 100% abstinent, or would you like to reduce your intake a little bit? Where exactly would you like to be, and how do you feel like I can help you get there?
I mean, I want to stop because I don't want to go to jail, you know. And also maybe some of the health benefits are probably, you know, outweigh the use a little bit. But, you know, I don't know, you know, specifically how to do that. You know, it kind of seems like everything's kind of crashing in on me. The walls are closing in, so to speak, a little bit. You know, so I don't really know what to do.
I see. And as we talked a little bit earlier, we talked about some health issues that you've dealt with because of your cocaine addiction. Is there any mental health issues that you deal with alongside of your addictions?
I've been told that I'm bipolar. My parents got me to see some doctor a long time ago, but I haven't kept any appointments or anything like that. So.
Let's see. And do you take any type of medication, or do you have any special therapy for this?
No.
Okay. Just making sure. Well, I have this interesting diagram with me today. It's called the Decisional Balance Worksheet. And today we're just going to kind of go through some different things about, or not things, but as far as like pros and cons, benefits and pros, cons and costs, versus making a change or not changing. So as we go through, I'll just be asking you some questions. So first and foremost, we'll talk about making a change. So what do you think are some benefits of making a change?
Some benefits of making a
possibly
change.
Either reducing your coke intake or, you know, completely being abstinent from coke.
I'd probably spend less money on it, you know, and I'd probably have a little bit more cash on hand to do some other things with. I'd probably have a little bit better working relationship like with my parents, you know. I'd be a little bit closer with them.
And can you think of possibly any other benefits, maybe?
You know, maybe more stable employment. I'd be able to, you know, get I mean, I like Uber driving and everything, but, you know, get a job that pays a little bit more, maybe, and have a little bit more responsibility.
All right. And you could give me about maybe 2 more benefits possibly you think that you possibly
Probably stop having, you know, feeling like my heart's racing all the time. And I'd stop having nosebleeds, I guess.
Fantastic. All right, well, what do you think are some benefits possibly of maybe not changing your ways of not changing your coke intake?
I'd, you know, still party a lot, you know.
And this party you talk about, do you feel like when you go to these parties, because we talked about some of your friends earlier and how they've influenced your intake of cocaine, do you feel like possibly going to these parties also affects your coke intake as well?
Yeah,
Do you
definitely.
feel like you'd rather do coke at a party rather than just at home, or?
Yeah, for sure. I do way more when I'm at a party than, you know, just like daily usage.
Okay. Well, in that case, then maybe possibly that could be one thing we could possibly work on, is maybe reducing the amount of partying, because I'm seeing now that the partying is leading to some of the cocaine use. So maybe that could be something we could work on. What would be another benefit possibly of maybe not changing your cocaine intake?
I wouldn't have to make a lifestyle change, you know. And I probably wouldn't like go through any like withdrawal symptoms or anything.
Any other benefits maybe not changing anything?
Not that I can think of right now.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go on some of the cons of possibly making a change. What do you think are some of the costs or some of the cons that come with switching your lifestyle?
I probably feel like I wouldn't know how to have as much fun. You know, I feel like I probably wouldn't be as fun to be around. You know, maybe people won't like me as much.
Okay.
You know, I feel like I won't have anybody to hang out with, you know.
And maybe possibly another con.
No. You know, like I said, I'd have to go to, you know, maybe a little bit of withdrawals or something like that.
Yeah.
Just change the lifestyle, you know.
And let's name some cons of possibly not changing.
You know, I'd probably legal trouble. You know, I'd probably wind up in jail for I don't know how long. My parents probably be pretty disappointed. Yeah, probably my health would probably start to deteriorate pretty quick. Because you know they told me that was what was going to start happening eventually.
Okay. So maybe your health is something that you really want to focus on to help get better, so you could possibly change, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And any other cons maybe with not changing that you can think of, or?
Not right now.
Okay. Well, from this worksheet that we've filled out today, as you can see, with making a change, there's more benefits and you know, less cons. Rather than if you were to not change, I mean, the benefits, there's not as many benefits, but there's more cons. So in that case, I mean,
Makes a lot of sense.
yeah, no,
Lay it out like
absolutely.
that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I really do appreciate you for being transparent, and I really do believe that through this therapy, through this process, we can definitely help you at the most, if not completely, have you to abstain from your cocaine use. We can get you to reduce it, and I'm very excited to continue to work with you. I'm excited to see your growth and your development along your recovery process. This is going to be our work together. You know, it's going to be a little bit on you and a little bit on myself, but we'll get through it. So as you said earlier, it's just a matter of taking a day at a time.
That works.
All right, is there anything else that you would like to talk to me about, or anything else that maybe we possibly could have missed?
No.
All right. Well, in that case, I appreciate your time today, and I really did enjoy it. And yeah, man, I just hope you start feeling better and hang in there. And you have my number if you need to call me. You have my email if you need to contact me as well. And best of luck to you, man, on your journey.
Thanks so much.